Do it again, Jake. Jake, come out here and show them what you got here. Dude, exactly. Nailed it. I'm Rich.
I'm Frank.
And it's People, Pints, and Possibilities.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. All right, well, Robbie Boneso's over there taking film. He put this thing together. We're at California Coast Beer Company in Paso Robles, California. We're downtown here, and we're getting ready for a big-ass event. It's called the Mid-State Fair. I am the Vibe Titan.
Mid-State Fair?
The Mid-State Fair.
The California Mid-State
The California Mid-State Fair.
The biggest little fair anywhere.
Biggest little fair. And I got Frank over here. Everybody's got a nickname. You get to introduce yourself around here. So
Dabbler.
He's
Dabbled in the Mid-State Fair.
He's the dabbler. He dabbles in the back, so we always find him back there. All right, Colleen, you go ahead. Do you have a nickname?
I was trying to think of one, and
what about when you were young? Nothing? Your parents didn't give you
I think
one?
my mom always called me like Leanie Lou or something.
Yep. We're gonna nickname you the boss lady of the fair.
The head motherfucker getting it done.
In charge.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Yep.
Well, good for you. What about you got any nicknames?
You know, I don't have any nicknames
I've got
either.
a nickname. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Introduce yourself.
My name is Rob Boneso, and I am the chairman of the board president for the Mid-State Fair. And I also this year I doing sponsorships at the fair. So
absolutely
been there for a while. So
and Colleen, what's your official title?
CEO.
CEO. There's no mistaking that one, Frank.
All right.
All right.
Colleen and Rob, welcome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
Thank
welcome here, and welcome to the People, Pints, and Possibilities podcast. You're coming after some amazing people, including your own son, Robbie Boneso.
Yeah. He's got the gift of gab, so you got a good one there.
Yeah, he's a black belt.
Yep.
I think I don't know if he got it from me or got it from his mom, but we'll find out by the time we're done.
Can't wait.
All right.
Can't wait.
Hey, the good looks though that came from both of you, right? Yeah, look at you. Yeah, heck yeah, good looking crew. All right, so People, Pints, Possibilities, simple concept. That's our core values here. People, beer brings us together here, and the people keep you coming back, just like you guys do there. Pints is our craft. Everybody has something that they produce, whether they build teams or whether they're making something with their hands or welding. You guys have the Mid-State Fair there, and then Possibilities is the mindset that it takes to make it all happen. So we'll start with the people part. Tell us about the history of the California Mid-State Fair.
That's right.
What is this thing? Give us a little background.
Oh gosh. So we are the San Luis Obispo County Fair. We started, this is our 79th fair. So we've been around for a little while. It's our 79th fair. We've been around since 45, but then there was, World War II put a little damper. We were supposed to start before 45, and then COVID, we didn't have a fair. So now we just started counting fairs rather than years. But we've been around, and I mean, a fair is a place for talk about community and for all of us to come together, say what it is that our community does, help promote agriculture. We want to make sure that we have a tie with that. Our community is very agriculture based, whether it's producing beer, producing wine, producing cattle, sheep, whatever it is, strawberries. We have a lot of it in our county, so we want to make sure we showcase that and just what it brings. But we've been around, we've been doing it for a long time, and that is kind of the core value of it, is bringing our community together, show off what we have. And we've been fortunate in that Maynard Potter brought Buck Owens, started the whole big name entertainment to come to the fair.
Owens.
And so after that, it just kind of grew into, we're known for our big name entertainment. And I take that as a really good opportunity for us to bring people to the community and to the fair that maybe wouldn't normally come.
Absolutely.
Because they're coming to see Flo Rida.
Yeah.
And maybe we don't have,
Apple
a lot of
bottom
that.
jeans, boots
With the fur.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly. And so they come and we get a chance to show off what we do. So
Wow.
it's something that I take it as more of a challenge, to
Yeah, I mean, the history of the fair. I mean, it's like Colleen was saying. It's a mixture of agriculture, cattle, and everybody else. But with Maynard bringing the entertainment and the fair continue that, because we are a, for-profit organization. We don't get any funding from the state, so a lot of people think that we're a state-funded organization.
Yeah.
So we have to make money. We have to do things and fundraise just like everybody else does. So, to be able to support our 4-H and FFA kids and all those programs that don't have that opportunity to do that. So, us bringing those big shows and doing those things pays for all this other stuff. That's really the most important thing to this community, and it's our kids and growing them to be the citizens and the people that they need to be. So it's a big task.
Well, you guys just tied in. Hold on, I cut you off, Frankie. You guys tied into something that Robbie brought up. So the 3 biggest things that I know, being a newcomer to Paso, 10 years doesn't even count. It's like not even a thing in Paso Robles. 20,
you're still visiting right now, Rich.
His area code's still 559, by the way. I'm 805 at least.
Wow, we're just throwing people out right now. Jeez.
Do we really want to go there?
No.
You said something that
We can
tagged
talk
in
history.
to my heart is I got an opportunity to go on the trail ride with Robbie and those guys, and that was the same type of idea. It was introducing outsiders, like you said. You have the concerts, but introducing them to the agriculture and the other things that go on. The trail ride was looking back at the history of the Spanish land grants and the ranches that had been here, and showing people the work that it takes that these cattle ranchers have been doing for hundreds of years. And then the Pioneer Day has the same idea, which is treating the town to the work that the agriculture community does. So you guys are just a part of those major events that bring about the pride of the community. It's pretty important.
Absolutely.
To point that out. Yeah, it's not just the concerts are great.
Right.
But it's not just the concerts.
Exactly.
No, I mean it's all the other stuff that goes with it. Not just, concerts are pay for things, but at the same time we have the floral building. We have all kinds of different stuff that we need to showcase, and it takes a lot of work to do that, and it's what it's about.
You bring a lot of money to the area, but our neighbor right here, the frame shop, they frame all the pictures and everything.
All the
that
photography
goes.
and
yeah,
fine
all
art.
the photography and everything.
Yes.
So they're busy right now.
Because it's got to be a certain frame at it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta have it done by Dee over there. She's been 38 years in
Shout
business.
to
Yes.
D.
And she is not playing around.
No.
Go ahead,
She's
Frankie.
not.
She does not.
So quick question, just for our 10,000 listeners out there. 79 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 79
So-
fairs.
Can you explain, and I know you weren't there 79 years ago, but how it started, how it looked compared to where we are now?
Yeah, absolutely. My grandfather actually donated and sponsored the very first rodeo to have at the 16th DAA. So the San Luis Obispo County Fair actually happened many years prior to that. The San Luis Obispo County Fair used to move around. It would be in San Luis. It would be in Paso. It would be in San Miguel. It would just kind of move around. It was like a circus.
Circus stuff.
And then they became a state agency, a 16th DAA in, I believe it's 1945. Is that, I don't know my math, and I don't know the numbers right off the top of my head. But when we started, it was to become the 16th DAA. It was in the current parking lot is where the property was.
Wow.
Everything used to be streets. So if you actually look on a property map for Paso Robles, you'll see like Victoria Lane, which is our midway. And there's, it's kind of interesting to see how that goes. And there's pipelines that we don't know about, and there's, clay pipe sewer everywhere. But it was over there in the main parking lot, and it was just a group of community members that said, hey, we want to make this an official thing, and we want to bring in Paso Robles, and we want to show what San Luis Obispo has and how awesome we are. And we can bring, back in those days, the fairs were where you came to town. My great-great-grandparents lived close to Parkfield, and it was the time that they came to town and they got to see all their neighbors and they got to do all those things. And so it's pretty cool that that's still what it is. And then throughout time grew, became bigger, bought the properties next door. And, as far as fairs go, we're pretty small. We're only 45 acres. And that's that's really small. Hence
Seems
why
big.
we have no parking. But when
that's
you
all right.
go other places,
People can walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go at, well, you know what they can do is they can take the shuttles that the fair sponsors and
Yes,
you can
beautiful
get a
shuttles,
free,
by the way.
you can get a free ride to the
Absolutely.
fair.
There's lots of
and
places to go.
You don't have to pay for parking. But we do that as a service for our people because we know there's no parking. So we know that's a problem. The board has been generous enough to say, you know what, we've created a problem where we're bringing Cody Johnson to the fair this year. There's going to be 25,000 people. We got to make sure they can get there. And so what they've done is they said, we will rent buses to make sure people can park other places and get to the fair.
And can I attest to that real quick? We were at the Paso Inn hydrating, and I tell you, every 5 minutes, a beautiful coach.
Bus.
We're not talking
Bus.
like school bus.
Slow
It was
safe ride.
No,
It's
they
slow
were
safe
great.
ride, and they're
beautiful
gorgeous.
charters.
And charters and
they
all
just
sorts of
ran
stuff.
like every 5 minutes there was another one. There was another one.
Yeah.
So yes, you do have that dialed in.
Yeah. So it has grown. We were lucky enough to purchase the ballpark from Paso Robles in last year, and we have it leased back to them for 3 more years, and then we'll get the eastern section of Pioneer Park, which will help us with growing our carnival, growing our parking for staff, because we don't even have parking for staff. So it's not just a problem for the community people that are coming to the fair, it's also a problem for us as well. But and so it's evolved into this thing. We also used to have, so you've only been here 10 years, and I'm assuming you're around the same.
Yeah, I'm 10.
It used to be a
I have
horse-
805 though, just to let you know.
Jeez,
The
this
area
guy.
code is 805.
805.
And we used to be a horse racing track.
Yeah.
So there used to be a horse racing track there, fairs in
Betting on
California.
track horses, the whole thing.
Yeah, 75 fairs up and down California. And they get money from the state because of our history and our connection with horse racing. So horse racing happened on fairgrounds, and then as monies and everything started to decline, fair said, hey, why don't we, legalize horse racing and wagering, and then we get a cut of it.
Genius.
And so fairs have gotten a cut from it from like the 30s or something. I mean, we have a whole exhibit this year. Our theme this year is Off to the Races. It's a nod to horse racing. It's a nod to the Derby, and a nod to our history with horse racing.
Can
Now,
we bring horse racing back? How does that?
So
is that a thing or what?
Yeah.
How do you get a
California,
permit for that?
California is trying to get rid of horse racing in California in
What?
general.
That just surprise you at all, or what?
Give it a couple more years.
Yeah, so I mean, there's Del Mar still has an active there's
Track.
There's quite a few that still have active, but at the same time they're trying to push the horse racing out. So
Gotcha.
it's it's
Well,
just one of
So
those
we
things.
went
so come
from one
by,
parking lot to the other side,
Yeah.
and now
Growing.
you've evolved to stadiums, rodeo arenas.
right. So it's the main grandstand arena, the main grandstand that you sit in.
Yes.
That was the grandstand for the horse racing.
Oh.
The gates that you walk in for the grandstand
concerts.
entrance. I know I'm
Yep.
pointing,
Yep.
and
No,
you
that's
probably
all
can't
right,
see
'cause
what
I'm
I'm doing.
envisioning it.
So
when they walk in,
when
they're
you
in the
walk
main
in the
gates,
grandstand,
yep.
that's where the horses started,
Wow.
and it went around through carnival and around all the way around
Whoa,
like that.
shit.
So then they put
Shoot.
rodeo chutes in the middle and made it a little rodeo arena once we got rid of the horse racing. And then we had our rodeo there, forever. And then it just kind of has evolved to adding the bleachers, and hey, we can have big name entertainment, and hey, we can do this, and hey, we can do that. And that's how we have our grandstand arena.
Yeah.
And that's
Hold
how
on.
we have that space.
What are you drinking? The most important thing, because you're empty.
Blonde.
Colleen, thank you. Yes, blonde. No, so to tag in, I love what you guys are doing because you're in a tough spot. And I know this just coming as an outsider, right? And somebody who comes in. there's a tendency in Paso, in a great way. We love Paso. Paso, you don't choose Paso. Paso chooses you, right? And then they decide whether they're going to help you. We say that. You guys are building something just badass, but there's a tendency to push back when you get those little sticking points in your community. And you guys are continuing to grow something that's just phenomenal and trying to navigate all of those challenges as they come. Because Garth Brooks came here a few years ago. Back to back, and there was like 30,000 people.
Yeah.
And what a blessing to put something on. And, you know, the world is filled with like two types of people. The drag them down, you know, this can't happen, we need to get rid of this people. And the people like, this is great for us. This builds a lot of revenue for our community. This does a lot of great things. We'll navigate all the challenges, but we're going to continue to push on in the face of adversity.
That is 100% our struggles. Because we have this need for community and tradition. Like, you want to come to the fair and you want to eat a corn dog. You want to come to the fair, you want to do some shopping. You come to the fair, you want to see a show for free. You come to the fair, you want to go to the carnival. Like, there are things that you checklist, right? You want to see what your sister or your grandmother entered into the fair and what they got. We have that tradition, but at the same time, our struggle is we have to bring something new every year. We have to do something that is interest, and a lot of it might be just little things. Like, we have a lot of little things that are new each year, but it is that tradition of hey, you know, we still love our community. We still want it to be a gathering spot. We want it to be where people come and say, you know, hey, I only see you once a year. I see you at the fair. And it's like a reunion. I love that we are like that, because not other fairs are not like that.
It's like a high school reunion every year.
Sure is.
I mean,
you can't beat the fair.
I mean, everybody, you know, comes up and makes it. So, I mean, we're talking about the fair, and you're talking about what we bring to the community. What people don't understand is all the other thing we do all year long too. We have our, you know, events that we put on every week that brings bed tax, that brings people to your you know, establishment here, and
absolutely.
And I mean, they're working 365. And they're working hard at our staff, so everybody just sees the 12 days. It's not it's the other weeks that everybody's doing something every day.
And
it isn't quite as intense.
Well,
it's a little quite as intense,
but it is a lot of work to do that.
But it is a lot of work.
I will tell you right now, with 100%, you know, our friends Clint White, all these, you know, different cattle ranchers and everybody else out there, we 100% see the people from the fair in our business. The cutting horses, we see the barrel racers, we see a lot of those events throughout the year, and they come here. And so we appreciate that. And
so what's it take to, this might be for you, Rob, like, how are you working all year for sponsors and getting all those people?
That's a funny question right there.
Because I know it just doesn't happen the week before the fair. Like, that's an all-year deal.
Well, I mean, we have a lot of people that work hard in our facility, and it's not because of the pay and all that. I mean, they do it because they love it, and it's a passion for them. And me being a board member, I've been on the board now, I don't know, what, 14 years. So, and I've had different roles and whatnot. So this year is a little bit different for me, because we have a person that did sponsors for the fair. And Colleen volunteered me only because she likes me, I think, or because of the wages.
Or not. Yeah, voluntold, exactly.
So I've been doing, and I've learned a lot, you know, and I mean, because you get a different perspective of what goes on, and the little, like Colleen said, the little things that people don't see and don't do that have to get done in order to put this program together. We right now have right at about 100 sponsors, you know, and they range from, you know, 2,500 to 100,000 plus. that they, donate or.
Is Mark Borhan in there?
Yeah, Mark is. I thought we were having a great podcast.
Mark has supported us many years.
Absolutely.
Many
Mark
years.
is a great supporter of the fair throughout forever.
Yes, and he supports our interim events. So he's really big.
And Billy Roth, I'm
and
sure,
Raining,
and
in
there, and Peter, and
Well, it goes back to the community. Those all are community people that have a passion for the fair, have a passion for their community. But I mean, it takes a lot of work to do it because, but to get back to it, they all come back, right? So I mean, it's not just
who are your top sponsors, by the way, that just come back every year that you want to thank?
We have a lot of sponsors that come back every year.
Not that I want to put you on the spot.
Well, you're not going to put me on the spot, but we have them. We have our big ones. We have the Chumash. That we have the Miller Drillings of the world that do the Eagle Energies of the world, the JB Doers of the world. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, you can't just put anything. I mean, but there's 100 of them.
Right, and with sponsorships, what's really key for me, because I'm a little sensitive when it comes to sponsorships, because I feel like there are companies that can afford $100,000, and you're like, oh my gosh, $100,000. That's like changing your business,
our language,
right?
Colleen, right now.
Right,
100%.
but then
and
we
the
have
little
someone
guy can give you something.
We have someone who's spending $2,500, and to them,
that's a lot of money.
That's $100,000 for their business. Like that is a big deal. I'm not just saying that.
We have Boneso Harms that did the same thing for us. They sponsored us this year. I mean,
but we had a need, and they stepped up.
They stepped up and said thank you.
You just nailed it.
Yeah, and I also feel that way with our buyers for industrial arts, and I also feel that way with our buyers for our junior livestock.
Completely.
It is, this community is so supportive, and I can't. I mean,
Norelli Welding.
I get so
every year.
excited. I get so excited because they're really supporting these kids.
If you're going to be excited, you're going to want to look at the stockyard and look at the industrial arts projects this year.
Bigger.
Yeah, it's
the bigger was better.
Barbecue every year.
But again, it goes back to what you were saying earlier.
There's
growing.
Cattle ramps.
You know what I mean? So, I mean that program started out, and now it's morphed into, something else. I mean, it keeps evolving and growing. We moved out of where we were at. We had to get a bigger space. That's a good problem to have.
I'm telling you, we have 2 cattle ramps.
You're not on the podcast. You're not on the podcast.
Robbie's over there.
He's excited. He's excited.
I need a mic for this guy.
But we have huge projects, 2 silo bars. We have poker tables. We have beautiful fire pits. We have all sorts of things that, but there are some things that are big. Like there's this beautiful playhouse that's, 16 feet tall.
Wow.
And then there's another one that looks like a jail that I was like, I need that for the fair. I mean, it's crazy. These kids are so
we have a name
talented.
for the jail. What's the name?
The Hooskow.
Yeah, the Hooskow.
The Hooskow. That's
he knows it.
That's
well,
the Pioneer.
That's
You
the
haven't
Pioneer
been
Day.
to the trail ride, so you can't talk
Yeah,
about that.
no, I'm all right. I don't need to go.
And you have a beard,
Pioneer
so
Day.
you're okay. You have a beard.
Well,
It's only smooth puss that go in the Hooskow.
Got it, girl. Speaking
That's
of,
Rob.
So how about Heritage?
Heritage Foundation, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're our nonprofit arm, and our Heritage Foundation was the first Heritage Foundation in the fair industry. It was started, Mark Borhon started it with John Alkire, and it was a way to have a partnership where people could donate to the fair in a nonprofit, and they have done amazing things for us. I mean, if you go Livestock Pavilion, the Paso Pavilion, they're working on a new one that is it will be over the beef barns, not over the beef barns. The beef barns will come down and it'll be there. They're working on trying to figure that one out. They built our stockyard. I mean, they have done amazing things. And those are just the big projects, because they've also done some really small things where people have donated to them and said, hey, the office needs new computers. And we were able to purchase, $30,000 in computers.
I mean, again, and that's more community involvement. That these are all people that come back year after year and are part of the organization, and we partner together and put things that, again, we're not we don't get any money from the state. We got to figure out how to do this, and the community steps up every time, and they're here for us. You know what I mean? So I
will say that we have our 80th fair next year, and I am hoping that we can put together something where it's like met at the fair. Because there's so many people who are like, I met my wife at the fair. I met my girlfriend and my boyfriend at the fair. And I was like, we need to have something where it's just like names, they're written somewhere, or they're the locks.
We'll have to find a wall somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd
be
cool.
So much space.
If somebody wanted to, like a business or somebody wanted to be a part of this and donate to the fair, like how would you advise them to do that?
Your first thing would just be to call our office, and we can kind of direct you to where you need to go.
Okay.
We do have some, sponsorship opportunities are available on a corporate level, but then there's also sponsorship opportunities that are for award sponsors.
Yeah.
So, for instance, we might need
award
Supreme
for a belt
Champion,
buckle or something.
Supreme
That's
Champion hog buckle. And that is a sponsor. So it just kind of depends on the level you want.
Opportunities.
There's lots. I mean, we have sponsors for, every year we have, special themed, this year contest that, for best derby hat, best leather project. So we got sponsors for all that this year.
Yeah.
People step up. They want to be part of it. They want to grow it. That helps pay for all the awards and helps pay for all the staff to do that. Because, to get back to the other one, we have the Friends of the Fair. The Friends of the Fair is a volunteer group of people that come and work at the fair for free. They come here and
they love it.
They love it. We have tomorrow they're gathering to kick it off for the fair, and they come back year after year. And
an hour. It's like
how many
2,500 hours that they put in.
Wow.
It's really incredible. They do an incredible job. And we have a girl, Amanda, who has taken that on and has just honed it in and made it so organized and nice. And so that's a really good program for us.
It's a good organization. And there's, a lot of people will do things because they want recognition. They don't want recognition. They just want to work. They have a passion again. It's that passion. That's the community give back
out with people.
And volunteerism is a dying breed, right? Like you don't see many volunteers anymore. When my parents were younger, that they're in their 80s now, but that was the thing. My mom volunteered all the time for every organization. She did years for 4-H. She did years at the hospital. She did all sorts of volunteering. And now it's very seldom you hear somebody who's willing to give up their time to
I want to stop you there. I think this is important. How the heck do you guys get involved in something like, what draws you or compels you to do this? Because it's not easy, right? What drew you to want to be in charge of the CEO? Right?
So I say
she got volunteered.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to know my story,
let's go. Hey, we want the insider stuff. We want the real Paso story.
So my sister's 9 years older than I am. So by the time I was born, she was in 4-H. She was showing animals. At the time, the fair was during our birthdays. My birthday's August 7th. Hers is August 12th. So the fair was. That's what we did for our birthday is we came, my sister showed hogs, my sister showed steer, whatever. And so I was always at the fair anyway. And I don't think I've ever missed a fair. And then
but you're still not the
hired,
CEO of the fair.
Right. And then I got hired in 1992. I was a ticket operator for the phones. Thank you for calling the California State Fair. How can I help you? And getting their name and their number, and they're writing down order forms and filling. And then I worked interim for a little while, all of it part-time, but I did interim for a while, which interim is fair lingo for non-fair events. Yeah. And then I did accounting for a long time with Vivian, and then I was business assistant for a really long time. And then the opportunity came for a CEO position, and the board said, well, would you be interested? And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know. Right? Because it's a different thing.
Can I be in charge?
And then I was like, as long as our staff stays the same, I can do this because our staff knows what to do. Like they just come to me for the end all be all decision, but otherwise it's on them. Right? So, I was like, okay, I will. And then 2 days later, we went into COVID lockdown. And then 2 weeks later, we're in lockdown still. And then it's, do we have a fair? And then, oh, you can't have a fair. And then it was all of that mumbo jumbo. So I had a good, fun couple of years there. Our staff was amazing. And the state came down and said, hey, because I would ask them, like, what can we do? What do we do? And they said, you pink slip all your employees. So staff meeting, I sat down and I was like, well, the state wants me to pink slip you all. Like, what do you say to that? And they were like, nope. And so they went and they took, it was Kim and Tisha, really, they took every single bill we had, put it on the wall, and every month would say, this went down, this went down, this went down, and figured out how we could save money. And Tisha figured out how we could have COVID vaccines being done, or Daniels Woodland needed a place to do.
Busy.
I mean, just trying to figure it out. We had drive-ins, we had drive-through fair food. We did all of this stuff. So really, like when you say, "Oh, you're the boss lady, you're the one in charge,"
and that
not really.
But we had, but again, it goes back. We had other people in the community that ponied up money to keep us open.
Yeah.
And by the way, I will say this: this is as an outsider who's been welcomed to Paso Robles. That would never
with
happen.
The 559 area.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Damn, Frank,
Wow.
Jesus.
Nailed it.
Hey, as the outsider who's been welcome, I tell the story of Paso very well because your son loves me, and I ended up at the trail ride. I never would have believed that.
Was it the Paso Robles one, or was
the
it
reason people supported you is because they believed in you?
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
and that's what happened. In Paso, I have to tell my Colleen story. Is I met Colleen. This is a Paso thing. You'll meet people in passing, and they never declare who they are or what they do or anything. And then I fast forward a few years and I go to a meeting and I'm like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, shoot, I know. I met you before. I'm at the Travel Paso marketing meeting and they're doing the introductions and they say, and now we're going to talk to the person who's in charge of the entire, mid-state fair. And I say, oh, shoot, that's going to be cool. Who is that? Right? And they start looking at me and I'm like, well, I know it's not me. And there's only one person sitting past me, and that's Colleen. And she goes, shoot, that's the Paso way, right?
Right.
The worse your truck, the more money you have, the more humble you are, probably the more power you have. That was my introduction to you.
You call it humble, but honestly, I cannot say enough about our staff. And I know Rob sees it, especially now that he's been helping throughout the year, but they put, I always say, once you work at the fair, you either love it or you absolutely hate it. There is no in between. So it's the same with the volunteers. You either come one year, you volunteer, you love it, or you hate it. There is no in between. So the people that we have in staff right now, they obviously love it because they've all been there. I think we have a new marketing department, but that's, they've just been there this year, but everybody else is 20 years at least and we have one person who came maybe 10 years ago and she was in the industry she's been in the industry for 20 years. So, it's just, you love it. You just love all the
and everyone
chaos,
in Paso, either they do one of two things. They either work there or they attend. Right? There's no in between.
Right.
There is no in between.
Well, there's no better place to be because
how many people do you employ?
Around 650 for fair. And then
so 650, how many are that's a lot of people, first responders?
That's only people we hire as far as staff on our payroll. Okay. So we have contracts that we have for our EMT service is through Paso Robles Fire.
Okay.
So Paso Robles Fire, we pay them to come and be on grounds in case of emergency, and they're our EMT staff. And then we have a contract with the Sheriff's Department and with CHP, who CHP is our police because we're a state agency, but we have a interagency agreement also with sheriffs, and they're our police.
Ian Parkinson out there. Yeah.
Exactly,
Right.
who is a big supporter of the fair.
Awesome.
He was
and it wouldn't go without the support of all these groups, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We got Ricky Lear, Paso Robles PD.
Shout out to Ricky.
Yep. Paso, I gotta say with our community too, I don't take it lightly on what the impact is on our community.
Yeah.
We bring 375,000 to 400,000 people in 12 days to Paso Robles. We know that is an impact. We know our neighbors. I mean, granted, they are selling their driveway for $50 to park, but at the same time, they're getting people throwing trash in their yard. They're, we understand, and it's loud and it's noisy and it's the fair, right? But luckily, it's only 12 days, and we understand the impact it has on you personally, right? But at the same time, we do have a big impact on the community financially as well.
And we just had Mr. Butterfield on.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
yes.
He's
a part of
he's a big part.
He's a big part of it. He works, I know for a fact that it might be your son and Brush that actually, with Brett, feed all the first responders.
Yeah.
They do.
It's yours. Yeah. It's
they
right
do.
there.
Yeah.
Right? Big barbecue across the street.
A couple times during the fair, they put on a big barbecue. And
I just found that out last year. I had no idea.
Yeah, I just found it out through a text.
Well, Brett actually is a part of. He owns some of the stuff in there and helps procure some. Manages it. There you go. And also Bonnie and Claude. With them. And there's a ton of local people who are a part of that and a part of the whole putting it together. What is it like to put on this whole event? The people. That's the Pints. So
Do
we
you
make
sleep
beer.
At all?
You put together the mid-season.
You don't, huh? I'm stressed right now.
We got you a few days early, girl. You're
you got
about
6
done.
days. Not that we're counting, but it's 6. You wake up every night. I mean, last night I got a full night's sleep. I went to bed around 11:30 and I woke up around 6, and that's considered a full night's sleep. And I didn't wake up once, which hasn't happened in 2 weeks. So I feel like I won the lottery. Wow,
beer.
look at that,
Right.
Right. And so, it's a lot to put on, and it's a lot to remember. You think you remember year after year what you did, and you don't.
You don't.
You're like, oh, damn, I don't know.
It's a blur.
So, but it's a lot of fun to see it all come to fruition. I will say the best day is the first day of the fair, 4:01. We open up at 4:00, 4:01. Best part of the day, because then you're like, oh, okay, now I just put out fires. I don't have to plan anymore. I don't have to plan anymore. Let's just make this work.
If it's not fixed right now, it's not going to get fixed.
Exactly.
So we'll deal with every issue that comes up when it happens. And we always do. There's always something.
Always. Every day.
Every day there's going to be a problem. Somebody lost something. Somebody didn't like something. You're in the people business.
People, you never know what's going to happen.
Everybody's expectations are different than everybody else's. So but we want to make everybody happy and do the best of what we can. That's what it's about. And I will
say we love our customers. We want to hear, if you don't like it, email us, let us know, because we don't know unless people tell us. And I know that's not common.
Feedback is important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
quality feedback, right?
Of course, it would be nice if every once in a while we got positive feedback, but we only hear from the complainers. But that's okay, because there might be something we just don't know, because we're so in it. We are so in it and planning every little thing that we don't see the whole sometimes, right?
You don't get to get that 30,000 foot view until we're done.
I mean, it goes back. We're not a corporation, all right? Because we all live here. We all live in this community. Other than the 12 days of the fair, we're here every day. So we want to make it a great place to come, because we're not going anywhere either.
No.
Exactly. We have a question in the back.
All right, Robbie.
Robbie, you always
buddy?
have a question.
Yeah, but I think it's good if you guys have your board. If somebody wanted to come on and be a part of that, what's it take and what's requirements?
The board.
To be on the board?
Yeah, what's it take?
So our board, the question...
It's not as easy as you think, by the way.
The question was how do you be on the board of directors?
My wife wants to be on the board one day.
You have to apply. So you apply at the state of California.
Yep.
And you apply through the governor's office, and the governor appoints you. So... It's not an easy process.
Well, it's also not easy locally, because you open yourself up for a lot of criticism. Sorry to cut you off, but the positive doesn't flow in as easy as the criticism flows in.
You know.
You are a decision maker. It's an important job, right?
It is. And you kind of have to weed it out. It's like, okay, yes, everybody who calls, if you're getting a call and it's a complaint, there's probably 50 people out there who have the same complaint, right? And then, but at the same time, is it necessary to make that change? Because there are some things that like we can't change. You can complain about how hot it was all day long to us. I
Misty
can't,
Midway.
I
By
can't
the way,
change the weather.
Beautiful weather is coming your way. I don't want to jinx it right now.
I will tell you why. The reason we have beautiful weather is
because you've been terrorized.
We have the Misty Midway, which is misters along a section of our midway to cool everything down.
Now it's going to be cold. You have to wear a jacket.
We have a
You're going to
cooling
get
zone.
complaints that it was too cold at the Mid-State
You
Fair.
put it.
California Mid-State
I
Fair.
love this
This
right
is
now.
life.
You
This is
got
what
complaints because it was too hot. You guys made an adjustment.
Oh yeah.
And you got fully prepared for 105-degree weather.
Yep.
And what happened?
Yep.
It's going to be 75 degrees, and you're going to have to bring a parka.
Yes.
That is the way of the world.
Yes. That is how it works,
Love it.
especially at the
second-
fair. See, you could work at the fair because
Yeah,
that's
I
how you
can.
look. That's how you have to look at it. You're like, yep, that's
The
what
second
happens.
we put the umbrellas up, the wind blows through and knocks them all over. The second you put them down, it gets hot and
Exactly,
people want them
people are
up.
complaining.
Yep, absolutely.
That's cool.
Oh, I love it.
But it's, I mean, when most people come to the fair, right? I mean, they come there and they're spending their dollars that they work hard for, and we want them to have a good experience. But there is a lot of work that goes into this. You know what I
so
mean?
much
So
work. What does it take to book these acts and get them all going? Because you
to book
guys
the acts.
are, yeah. What does it take to book these acts? You get some amazing acts here that we're just fortunate to see in a small community.
well, I mean, there's a couple things. I mean, I'll start. Colleen can
Mm-hmm.
follow in because we've been fortunate that we've had promoters that we've worked with for years that
Love the fair.
Love the fair.
have a passion for the fair. I mean,
and a passion for
right.
Paso
And
Robles.
Paso
Really.
Robles.
Paso Robles.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
we're talking people that are in the upper echelons of a lot of companies that they don't need this. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just put it that way. They don't need.
No, they don't have to be there.
They don't have. I mean, but they love the fair. They love the community. They're embraced, but so they work out. They go out of their way to help us. So we've been
They want
fortunate
to
with
be
that,
there.
Right.
and they
We
want
have-
us to be
Amazing.
successful.
Yeah.
And you, by the way, that doesn't. I want to cut in because we know that business, and between us and other people around here, the musicians don't go where they don't feel valued and they
Right.
don't feel loved
So,
and they don't feel.
the higher level, and I'm not putting down anything.
Oh
So
no,
just-
you can. You're
Okay.
not.
I
You
love
won't
when
hurt
they
our
start
feelings.
with
I
that.
don't want to hurt your feelings.
I love when they start with
seem
that.
very
Bam!
sensitive.
There it went, right there.
I'm gonna be okay.
That's right, we're done.
I've been working on it.
Hey, Colleen, you're cut off now.
I
You're out.
appreciate you petting me.
Stop with the beer. Stop with the beer.
Love it.
So the higher level entertainment, what people don't understand is, yes, Chris Stapleton is, we know, I'm telling you, I know, he knows. We all in the office know that Chris Stapleton is at SoFi Stadium opening for George Strait right before our fair.
Yes.
And we know he's
But he's
available
making $1 million.
our days. Oh, he's making more than $1 million.
Oh, I believe it. Okay, go ahead.
More than that.
I have to remind you, like, yes, he's in our
Stop
area.
emailing Colleen.
Yes, he can come. We have asked. Like, we ask for everyone.
Yes.
I will also tell you, SoFi Stadium, if they're playing at SoFi Stadium, we wouldn't be able to afford them. Because
No.
there is a point where I say, look, this is a $5 million act, which means our ticket price would have to be $1,500 average. That's
Crazy.
average, right?
Dumb, right?
So who in
That'd be
our
embarrassing to ask
community?
for that. You
Who in
can't
our
do that.
community? No, I mean I
No,
feel
you can't.
bad.
You can't
And
do
Colleen and I always go back and forth about different ways that we're going to be able to price a show and how we're going to. And Colleen is a
Smart.
big advocate and about we want to keep the prices to where our community can afford to come to
Absolutely.
show. And you look at some of the acts that we have. Cody Johnson.
But you
Where
hit
are you
Cody
gonna-
Johnson just right.
Oh, yeah.
You hit
Where are
that
you
one.
going to go to Cody Johnson for $182?
Nope.
For
Not
front
going to
row?
happen.
It's not
Right?
going to
Song of
happen.
the year right there.
I actually, Rob and I have this discussion. I'm calling it a discussion lightly because he's like, no, we got to get him. We got him. I was like, Rob, we would have to charge people $250, $300, $500 a ticket. Like, no, we can't do that. So we're very conscious about that. But if they're playing at SoFi Stadium is 80 to 100,000 people. We're
different price point.
14,000
Yeah,
people,
you're not.
right? So it's a different price point.
Did not know
And
all that.
the fact that we got Garth, so let's, the
Unbelievable.
elephant in the room
The
is
elephant in the
Garth.
room
Well,
is
you
you
got
killed that.
Garth. You know, he
killed
did
that.
2 shows.
How
Well,
did that happen?
His manager, his good friend and manager, who is Randy Bernard, who used to be his grandpa was our maintenance supervisor. And then he
Getting
worked
it done.
The
maintenance.
old maintenance
Getting it done.
supervisor.
He worked maintenance for years, and then Maynard hired him to do sponsorship because he has the gift of gab. He's very personable
Oh, yeah.
and can get the job done.
Yep.
And he did that for a few years, and then he went with Tuff and Ty and went to PBR and built PBR. And I'm telling you, when you talk to Randy, he has some amazing marketing stories on PBR. But then he went with Indy Racing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he went to Garth. And so he has a passion for our fair. It's
Absolutely.
his fair. And
And
he
you
was
nailed
able
it.
to bring Garth. And I'm like, Randy,
But
could you please bring him back?
hold on, I
But-
want to go back because it would have been easy for you to say, as a group, you and your whole crew, we would love to have him, but it's going to be too much of an impact. There's no way the community can sustain it. And I remember 30,000 people are
Right.
coming to Paso 2 times in a row. Remember all the chaos
Yeah.
that was. But you guys held strong and you created
We
an
won't talk
amazing
about
event. Yeah. But I want to
Yeah.
say,
Karate stance.
Yeah.
You guys went through it.
that's about
I get
producing.
it.
Yeah,
And-
it's great,
and
actually.
holding
And,
strong,
you
holding
know,
strong to your belief, right?
this
Like,
staff is all in for that kind of stuff because when it comes right down to it, fair time is truly fun time, and it's fun time for the staff where we're
fair
just
time
like,
is fun time.
yeah, let's go. This is what we do. This is what we
But
love.
it starts
and-
at 10 o'clock in the morning and ends at
All
you know
day.
10.
midnight.
Says the sponsorship person. I'm there around 6 or 7 in the morning.
Oh,
and go
my
till
God.
1 in the morning. So whatever.
Don't throw myself under the.
Box office is there at 9 and goes home at 1. But whatever.
That's a 559 there.
No, it is a lot of hours. And actually right now, our staff is putting in, I would say for the last month,
The
has
grind.
been about
Grind.
12 to 15 hours a day. And then you go home, but you don't stop thinking about it. You wake up
No.
in the middle of the night. At the weekend, you're with your family and you're trying not to think about the fair. You're trying not to think about
Doesn't
it. You
happen.
think about it anyway. And then come fair time, it's, 18-hour days or
Yeah.
whatever.
And
And
you
it's 12
had-
days and then you take vacation.
And you had an amazing lineup this year.
Yeah.
The question I want to ask, so we got Flo Rider, John Party, 311, Cody Johnson. We're going through them. Red Clay Strays.
Red
you
Clay
said that.
Strays. Yeah,
David
absolutely.
Lee Roth, Bailey Zimmerman. I skipped the one. Viva la, say that one.
Quebradita.
Yeah, and I love that you
Did you
offer
say that
something
really
Why
good?
can't you say that?
Keith Irby and Rodeo.
My last
no.
name's Bojorquez.
Frank's wife is Mexican, so she does it better
My
than I
husband
do.
is, so we're good.
Rodeo and then the
How'd I
monster
get
truck.
involved in that?
You guys killed it again. How hard is it to keep producing?
It's
Because
hard.
people
It's
want
hard.
you to do better every year.
So
it's
everybody
hard.
has an opinion on entertainment.
Sure
Everybody
do.
has
Really?
opinions.
They have an
so-
opinion on beer too.
right, and it's
And my beard length.
Well, the thing that most people don't understand is, yeah, okay, we love that show. Yeah, we love that entertainer. But there's tours, there's, East Coast, West Coast. We're in, Europe, whatever it may be. So it's not that we don't want to bring that certain
It has
act.
to come together.
It's
It has
just
to be right.
timing. But again, it comes back to, having a good team, our promotion, our partners that we work with, they work hard to try to do that. We're trying to work hard for next year already. So
offers are already in. for
offers
next
are already
year.
You're
in
like
for
NFL football teams. Like it's already next
Right.
year.
It's
yeah,
draft.
we're,
We're in draft
it's
season.
draft time. We're ready. We're going, right?
Yeah, we try and also bring a variety. So we try not. We are a strong country community. People love country music. They do very well for us. Cody Johnson sold out in 15 minutes. The only thing that was
I have
faster.
a ticket. No, Frank.
The only thing
know
faster
him.
were the 2 Garth shows.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fast. People wanted him. So we were like, can we bring him another day? Let's bring him in. We'll do day 2. Nope, not happening. You know, like they didn't want to work another day.
But we're talking, we're talking about the, the main grandstand. But that's not the only thing. People don't understand. We got the free stages.
I was just gonna hit on that. I want to tell you guys right now. I want you to know this. Some of the local bands that we see, and even bands from Bakersfield and Fresno, and bands that are badass, they are ridiculously thankful to be on that stage and be able to, and they're proud.
Yeah.
They're very proud.
And we like it because we have the Mission Square that we have.
That's our local.
That's our local groups. They get to show their talent, and we love it. And their free stage, those are shows that are people go pay for, that you get in the price of admission. I mean,
right. Frontier stage. So like this year, Waylon Wyatt, young kid. I mean, I think he's like 16 or 17. My daughter was like, "Oh my God, you have Waylon Wyatt," and I was like, "Okay, I don't even know who he is," But at the same time, you think, "Okay, I don't know who Waylon Wyatt is." Well, I bet you that when we had Keith Urban on the free stage, you had no idea who Keith Urban was. When we had Tim McGraw on the free stage,
nobody
you had
knew.
Or how about Morgan Wallen opening for Luke Bryan? You had no idea who he was. John Party. No idea who he was. Like those were all free entertainment. Awesome. They got to start somewhere, and that's where it comes. Kylie Morgan's another one. She's like up and coming.
So we try to provide a product to our community to be able to enjoy the 12 days. I mean, you don't have to pay $200 for a ticket,
right?
And have a good time.
Also, local community.
Come on, community. Let's go.
Now, I think this is going on Wednesday, right?
Yes. Well, we'll put it on Tuesday if you need. What do you need?
Would be
Tuesday.
Good.
Let's go.
So, it's our local people should not pay full price at the gate.
There you go.
Period.
How do they get a discount? How do they figure that out?
Right now, you can buy one-day admission passes at Farm Supply. You go to Farm Supply store in Paso, Arroyo Grande, Santa Maria, and San Luis Obispo. You go down there.
Farm Supply.
During their business hours, it's $11.50 for an adult.
We're going to post
one-day admission. You do that. Otherwise, you're paying $15. If it's the day of the fair, I'm sorry. You waited too long. You're paying $15 at the gate. But a local person should never pay that. We offer every May 2 for Tuesdays, buy one, get one free season passes. We have a season pass, which is $80 for the entire fair. So if you're coming 5 days, buy a season pass because it's going to save you money. You should never pay full price at the gate. And if you do, you're just coming one time, maybe that's okay. If you enter something into the fair, it's, it's a lot. It's cheaper to buy.
By the way,
but there's no reason if you live here locally that you should ever think about having to pay the full freight to come to our fair.
We try really hard.
I guarantee you.
Love it.
We try really hard to make it affordable for our community, and that starts with admission.
Yep.
And parking. If you live here, you know where you can park.
Park
walk
in front
2
of
blocks.
Calcoast and you can walk there.
Grab a beer. Grab a beer.
Take the
Have a
railroad
beer at
tracks,
Calcoast.
Chug it, and then go.
Don't let people
I do have 2 questions I need.
Hold on. Before you do it,
no.
I want to tell you, Midland was a free stage. Midland was a free stage one. My wife and I watched both shows, and they were amazing.
Yeah, so we're the Dixie Chicks back in the day. They did 4 in one day.
So Mid-State Fair, a lot, very historical, a lot of entertainment, and I know because I have young kids.
Oh yeah.
How much money do you think those young kids make at the Mid-State Fair with all the work they've done?
Are you talking about for animals?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah, they do, but at the same time,
but in a good way, because they've worked very hard.
They've worked really hard. So
we have them coming here.
Let's say there's a my daughter showed a lamb at Salinas Valley Fair this year for the first time ever. And she, you buy
Colleen
the lamb.
was a fair mom.
I was a fair mom. And it was great because
Were you judging fair mom? Did you walk in like, that's not right?
No. You know what would happen is people would complain to me, and I was like, you have no idea how hard these people work. You stop it right now.
You're in the
Stop it right now.
How nice was it to not to be in charge?
That's what happens when you get on the other side of that fence.
I did. I had to drive all the way to Robbie's house to get whites because you can't buy whites anywhere. So if you are a business, my daughter is like a 000, and you need white pants.
I got a pair.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
But it's nice to go to
Your
a
doll
fair
size.
that you're not in charge of, so you can actually relax a
Exactly.
little bit.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
I was able to drink. It was great.
You don't get the discount because you got a 5-5 number. Frank does. He's 805.
Hey,
Cheers.
don't be
But the
discounted.
point is, we're
Anybody
doing all
can
this
go to Farm Supply
entertainment,
and
but
buy it.
how much goes back to the kids?
Yeah.
Okay,
Kids,
so-
my heart's for the kids.
Yes. So the 4-H and FFA program is amazing, and they put in a lot of work, right? So you're buying your animal, you're caring for the animal every single day. Twice a day, you're watering, you're feeding, you're cleaning its stall. You're doing so much work, and
You're living in it.
These kids are learning, 1, responsibility. They're learning 2, financial budget. Like I can't spend this much because I'm only probably going to make this much, and they're learning what it takes to raise a market animal, right? So when you go to the grocery store and you're buying a pound of hamburger for $10, they're like, oh. Well, yeah, because somebody put a lot of work into that, right?
And as a visitor, you're walking through that.
Right.
Yes.
And
But it's like the 4-H and FFA kids that come to the fair. They're doing things that we used to do when we were in high school, home ec and all those other things that they don't have anymore. And they're figuring out how to do a budget, how to do all those different things. Because I did it when I was in school.
And
I raised animals. My grandkids are doing it now. I go over to my daughters and they're all walking their pigs because that's what they raised. They're figuring out what feed to give them. At the same time, they're getting dressed up. They're doing in their whites. They're filling out forms to take to potential buyers because that's what does it.
That's the key.
The key is, and they take them and they present them to them in front of them and, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how I raise my animal. All those different things.
I would appreciate you to purchase my animal.
And so even if they don't buy their animal, most of those people that they go to are, hey, they're going to do what we call add-ons at our fair, and they'll give them an extra $100, or you know what I mean. So the bottom line is, like Robbie wants to say, is life skills.
Yeah,
right. So we want to teach our kids to be somebody that they're going to be. We could be respectful,
shaking hands.
Yeah, industrial arts is the same way. So I will say, because there is a percentage that the fair takes out of the.
Oh, talk about that because some people
kids check. People get really upset, right?
Yep.
So we take 7.5% or 7.25%, which is very low in the fair industry as you go around and look at other fairs, because that's what we do usually when we price. We look at other fairs.
We don't put it in our pocket,
and what
right?
that goes towards, we don't put it in our pocket. And what that goes towards, the state requires us to run the junior livestock auction and that portion as a separate business. And so we have to make sure we cover all of our costs. And with that come the awards, the judges, the staff that it takes to put on.
Turning on the lights, the insurance to run it.
Yeah, everything. There's a lot of things that go into that. And so that covers that portion of it. Anything we have extra, we as the board actually has said, anything you have extra, you put back into that program, which we do. But the state has also mandated that of us, like, you can't take this money. You took it from these kids. You cannot take that money and not put it back into that area.
Has to be raised for kids and put back into kids.
Correct. So that's how we get.
Start them young.
I mean, because I'm not the only one on the board. We have a board. Well,
normally a 9.
Normally a 9-member board. Right now it's 7, and they work hard all year long too. And we have different committees that they're in charge of and they're passionate about.
Yeah.
We have members that are part of the ag committee, people that are on marketing committee, people that are on, finance. I mean, and they all have a passion for it. So their input working with staff. I mean, it's collaborative. I mean, it's hard work. It's not like, oh,
we don't just
here.
make decisions. We don't just make decisions.
And we ask a lot of questions.
Not happenstance.
I don't ever ask a question. I just go along with Colleen all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Smart man.
No,
We do
no,
that
do
around
not
here.
believe
Yeah,
it.
Martha's in charge of here. Yeah, Frank's in
Do not
charge of
believe
his house.
him. Do not believe him.
but we
There's
have-
a liar in the building.
Liar in the house. But
Fire.
but it's only because of knowledge and anything else. Because we'll ask questions we don't know anything about, and we want to do it. So I mean, it works out great,
Get
and
better.
we have a great board from on my side, and a great team at the fair for sure. Because again, they're passionate, and again, I know I'm repeating myself. Working this year is doing sponsorship. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I will say, I say this to Robbie and Justin Brush and, that crew, Ron and all those guys, they have their next level, and we've been accepted into your son's, crew. Without them, these things won't continue.
Mm-hmm.
And so without you guys, they won't continue, because it's easy for someone to say this is too much work.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's easy for someone to
Right.
say
Oh, yeah.
this isn't going to do enough. And so we
You have
want
to
to
love
thank
it.
you. We
You
want to
do.
thank you for the work that you do.
Whoa! I got one more
And-
question. For,
You-
I
Oh,
know
no,
where
we're
you're
not
going
done.
with
We're
this.
not
done.
He started in this.
No, we're not done.
I
But
told
we
you I
wanna
can
thank
talk
you,
all day about
'cause
the
we
fair.
recognize
Get
the
me
work.
Colleen,
going.
tell me how long we're doing this. She said, I go,
Well, no, we have more.
Colleen,
we have more beer to drink.
Colleen
too.
goes,
Yeah.
I go, it's only going to be 30 minutes.
Yeah,
well,
that's
we
it.
screwed that up.
Yeah.
What time is it? Do I have to go?
No,
you-
it's
okay.
30 minutes.
Like
I don't-
30 minutes
It's
ago.
right on
the
30
hook-
minutes.
we got another. We got
Frankie,
we got
what do
till
you
like
got?
we
All
got
I
till
wanna
like
know
4.
is
Go ahead.
We got till like 4:30, then I got to go.
Or you might be dead.
His most important
yeah.
part.
community support, entertainment. Like
What are you doing?
everybody
Anniversary
wants
day.
to come in.
44-year anniversary today, so I got to
Wow.
take my wife out to dinner.
Oh,
So he cannot stay
shoot.
late. That's what he's saying.
All right.
Like,
Where
I
you
can
taking
stay
her?
all day.
You've
By the
never
way,
been
where are you
late in
taking her?
44 years. Come on.
Are you in Cayucas right now, or where are you taking her?
No. I'm actually going to a recommendation from Colleen.
Where?
yeah,
where is that?
I actually haven't been there. Our deputy manager Kim went there and was like, "It's amazing. It's
Where is
new.
it? Hit it.
We
Say
can't
the
even
name.
say the name.
Yeah, don't
the
say
old
it until
lock-
they start paying us
it's,
for advertisement.
Where La Conseca used to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's S. Arbrea.
What is that?
Es
Oh,
Arbrea?
yeah.
Why are you
It's like
looking
a
at me?
Spanish.
I've heard it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, my
I'll
We
let you know.
support
I'll tell
everybody
you.
around here.
apparently they have a really good Paloma.
You're
so don't
not
get me
allowed
started on
here
Palomas.
anymore.
All right, Frankie, what do you got?
Okay.
What's your question?
Okay, my last question.
You sure you got last thing?
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
never
pretty
final
It's
around here. Ask Jeff Gallagher.
Is
Hey,
that
your
your-
watch is going nuts.
is
Is
that your
why.
blood pressure? Are you all right?
Well, actually, it's Mike Esser, which is our head of maintenance at the fairgrounds, calling
My
me.
question's not getting asked.
I
I'm
got-
fucking
Go ahead.
I gotta
No.
tell you, we do have to shout out our maintenance department. because
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Support the
Mike
people who
Mike
help you.
Esser and Grady and Hector and company, they are
Hard
hardworking.
workers. We are the cleanest fair in the state, I swear. And I'm telling you,
I believe that.
I think that if you go into a public restroom and you smell bleach, that's a good thing, right? Like, that's what you want.
is a good
And
thing.
we have, it's gone through the generations of our maintenance department, but our grounds are beautiful. It's clean.
It's amazing.
Go to
It's
another
beautiful.
fair. Honestly, go to another fair and you will be so thankful for what our maintenance team does.
Agreed.
Okay, question.
Frankie, let's go.
Are we all good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Robbie.
Hey,
Okay, entertainment.
you got security here?
Support for the community, 100%. Beautiful grounds. This all goes off. We know it's not going to go off without a hitch. Like, you
Always.
are prepped for that.
Yes.
When it's all said and done, what do you do?
After fair,
Yeah.
the worst day. The worst day is the Monday after fair.
What
so
does that
what
consist
this
of?
Yeah,
year
I can't
is
even
July
imagine.
28th, right? So it's the worst day because at midnight when we close, all the vendors leave because they got Ventura to go to. They got to be set up by Wednesday. So they all leave. There's trash everywhere because they just literally pick up and leave.
Leave everything
And-
behind.
Just done.
Yeah, and it is just everybody's leaving. You can't walk out our back door and get a corn dog or soda or
Everyone's hungry and pissed.
Yeah, it's honestly just a really hard day.
Chapter close.
That day after fair. And then we get that week after fair is when everything starts coming in and people are like, oh, I lost my phone, or I didn't like this, I hate this. And
so the fair's not over for you for another 2 weeks.
We've got another couple weeks, and then our maintenance department is turning it around because we have an event.
I was gonna
2
say.
weeks later. We have the Rotary Cook-Off, and it is, and then we have a big horse show that comes in. So they just keep.
It goes back to what we.
Yeah, winemakers.
Calco's Beer won that last year.
Rotary Winemakers Cook-Off. That's exactly
beer
it.
People won the Winemakers Cook-Off. But
That
you're going.
awesome.
Well, that's
That
what
is
I mean. It goes back to what we talked about before. It's not just the fair; it's the stuff that goes after that. It's
It is.
interim events and all the
When
other
do you
stuff.
take a break? So when do you finally like?
So it takes.
Do you guys have a
a
little
deep breath.
downtime at all? Is what I'm asking.
Some people.
I'm trying to sell. trying to sell this.
You're
for you
trying,
guys.
trying to help
1, 2,
us.
3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6.
We do have, once fair's over, we do have some time because it is interim events and it is weekly, it's more weekly rather than, and we're not putting on the event,
Right.
we're hosting the event. So that is a little bit more downtime. We take a couple weeks off. I mean, maintenance is always on, but we take a couple weeks off in December around the holidays, and just mainly everybody needs a break. And then, we throw in vacations every once in a while. So like this year, I'm going on a cruise right after fair.
Where are you going?
Well, it's
Go
kind
ahead, pump them up.
it's
I
kinda-
will. I
What
will.
cruise line?
I-
What room
She's
number?
got to do
I
it.
get to brag. My son is working on a Disney cruise. He's a character on a Disney cruise.
That's
and
badass.
so we
That
get
is-
to go on a ship and watch him work.
Have you done that
Good for
before?
you.
I've never.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
Good.
so
I've never
a
done
Disney
it either,
cruise
so I
should
don't-
be interesting, but they do have adult areas and they do have teen areas, so my daughter should be happy, and we'll see. I don't know. I'm just going to go see Curran and
I'm going to throw out a
Love
little
life.
thing. I think Disney knows what they're doing.
right,
I'm
exactly.
pretty sure they got
Have
it
you
They do,
watched
they got it down.
on Netflix Trainwreck
You-
Poop Tour?
You probably
No.
can't tell him
don't want
who he is or what he's doing,
I
right?
can't say who he is or what he's doing.
Okay.
I can't say anything.
I-
He is employed by Disney on a Disney cruise, and he's a performer. But he,
And
I will say, I watched the making of the Disney Wish, and that was pretty interesting. Like how they make cruise ships and send it. It's
That's
pretty
crazy.
amazing. But yeah, Disney
Like
does
your
it right.
like the California Mid-State Fair.
Right. There's lots
It's
of places and
intense.
pieces, and there's lots of things going on, and yeah, you got to have.
To make 12 days happen.
Yep.
All right.
12
The
days.
last piece, I feel like we're winding down. The last piece is we always ask what's next because people want to know, like, what is the goals? I know you haven't even started this year, but what do you see as the vision for the Mid-State Fair and where you're headed and where you guys are going?
I don't think I've ever been asked that question
Really?
before. Yeah.
well, I mean, we
Look at
have
that.
we
Look
have
at that.
goals. I mean, because
We do.
we've already actually started that because we did purchase, like Colleen mentioned earlier, the ballpark
Yeah.
from the city.
Yep.
So we're gonna, that's gonna expand our grounds. I mean, unfortunately for us, we're kind of tucked into a little corner where there's no place to expand to other than move, and then we don't want to
And
do
by the
that.
way, don't think of that as a negative. You guys have maximized
Oh,
the
yeah.
space that's
100%.
available.
and
to
we're going to
you.
maximize the
Right?
space, the added space that we're going to get. So, and then with Heritage Foundation adding the new
new
Pavilion
barn.
2 or whatever you
whatever
want to
they wanna
call
call
it. We haven't really got to that yet. And
And what's the future? What's the future for you?
Yeah. The future is really just about making sure we hold on to the tradition, hold on to the community, because I know that it's getting bigger and harder. And I mean, I can say it as being a true pioneer of the area.
Sure is.
It's changed a lot, right? It's changed a lot. And I am not a big, contrary to popular belief, for all those people out there listening, I am not a big change person. I don't like a whole lot of change.
The only thing
So-
constant
I've never
is
I've never
change.
got that out of you.
And
No,
I
but
also
you're an
like to think
innovator.
it through
You're
a
not
little
afraid.
bit. I like to think it through a little bit. I want it to be good. But I think, honestly, if I'm not here and the next person's here or our team isn't here and the next people are in place, I hope that they can take that it's community-based, that it's to showcase who we are as a community. And I'm not just talking about Paso Robles. I'm talking about San Luis Obispo. I'm talking about Arroyo Grande.
No,
I'm talking
Pomo,
about our county.
everybody.
our county, and keep with some of the traditions, but then bring in some real flair, right? Like you got to have the flair.
Oh, you got to put a little flair on.
Right,
Hell
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I tell Rich that all the time. He won't flare up.
So it's really kind of what's next is how we can continue doing what we're doing and just make it better each and every year.
Yeah. I mean, it's just change, you know. I mean, it's just evolving, and I mean, cost of goods. I mean, it's just trying to balance that because, you know,
we don't make a lot of money.
We don't.
And I'll put that out there.
I agree.
And you know,
it's probably public knowledge, right? Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it is really. I mean, because people just think their expectations, right? So you know, we have staff that we want to keep. We got people that want to keep doing those things. Our costs go up. We don't want to raise our prices.
You're right.
Law enforcement officers.
I mean, everything's going up.
So you know, so it's
Not
that
quite.
we sit there in board meetings and talk with staff, and you know, and we all try to deliberate why we doing this or why can't we do that or how come we're raising this. So it's. Our goal is to keep it so it's affordable for our community to come and enjoy San Luis Obispo County.
Right.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, and we have, we have promotions that are going on. We have the first day of fair. You can come to opening ceremonies at 3:45, but that day from 4 until midnight, our carnival's free. So that's free to our community, but I'll tell you, it's not free to the fair.
Yeah.
The fair's paying
We still
for
pay
that.
our
My
vendor.
kids will be there.
Yeah, and it's great, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And again, that's one of the things. It's like just because obviously you don't have to live here. You can live in Bakersfield and come that day and ride for free. We aren't checking IDs or anything, but it's another way of us to just say, look, we know it's expensive. We know life is expensive.
559 can come too.
Well, maybe.
Rich is riding free.
But it's about making sure that people can come and enjoy what we have, and hopefully we can teach them a little bit about agriculture. Hopefully they can learn about what our community has, and it's just a way to do it. You know, the free carnival day, the free bus rides to parking, all of that kind of stuff. It is free to the public.
Yeah,
it is not free to the fair.
Yeah,
but we've committed to that because we want to make sure that you can come to the fair. That it's not the excuse of, well, I couldn't come to the fair because it was too expensive. Well, we've tried to discount our admission. We've tried to, we gave you a free carnival ride day. You get free parking and a free shuttle to the fair. Like we're doing our best to get you here. We have a seniors day. It's half off for seniors.
Matter.
It's we know that it's hard out there, and we know it costs a lot, and we haven't raised our admission prices in quite a few years. And I'll tell you, it comes to us every year. Like, should we do it? Should we do it? And who's? I'm always sitting there like, you guys.
We do.
Should we raise beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will tell you,
it's really hard.
there is something at that fair for everybody.
Absolutely.
Every single
That is a great comment there, because there is, no matter who you are, what age you are, and you're going to see something that you haven't seen. And we try to bring in new food every year. We try to bring in different things so it's not the same thing over and over.
But it is the same. It's the same but different. Right? So you can come and you can still have some of the same things and shop for the same things, but at the same time, there's something new over there that's a little
well, the same thing is I have my corn dog, and I have my cinnamon roll to go home.
And the cinnamon roll.
And my beer.
Well, we want to say the bottom line is we'll let you guys go. Your time is valuable. We appreciate all the extra effort that you put in to put something on that raises millions of dollars for the community. And we love you for it, and thank you. We know that you don't have to do it.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
It's very appreciated by us, and we thank you for it.
Thanks for giving us the time to kind of tell us what we think and
have a couple beers.
Yeah, have a couple beers and enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's
Like and
California Mid-State Fair. Let's
Boneso,
go.
Right?
Let's go.
People Pints Possibilities. Yeah, we love it. We're just like you guys. We appreciate
comment,
it.
subscribe.
We started this podcast,
You were
by
hired.
the way. Killed it.
You were hired.
You know, we started this because there was a lot of negativity towards a lot of things. It seemed like the world was turning negative, and we were like, let's just spread positive messages. Let's get great people.
Well, there's nothing more positive than coming to the California Mid-State Fair. I guarantee you that.
80-degree weather,
Yes.
by the way.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Bring a jacket.
Cheers.
All right, cheers, everybody. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Love you guys.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Cheers.
Like, comment, you're good.
I'm reading.
All right.